In this video, I'm going to be showing you a 5-step content system you can use to get yourself clients online or in person purely through content marketing. And this can be organic or it can be paid. Okay, so there's 5 steps you got to follow. And without further ado, you can download this worksheet from the link below in the description. And if you like this video or find it useful, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right, let's dive into it. So first of all, what you want to understand is the clarity on your particular client. Okay, so you need to actually understand who your content is speaking to, and your content should speak to a specific type of person. Okay, it shouldn't be trying to address everybody. It should be addressing a very specific type of individual who is likely to purchase your service or purchase your product. Okay, so think of one particular person that matches your dream client, and you want to understand a few attributes about them. You want to understand their demographics. Okay, so what's their age range, what's their gender, their career, their industry, their location. This is going to help you understand how to tailor your content so you can reach the right people organically. And if your organic content is a success and you start signing clients or you start getting customers, then you can pay for ad spend to exponentially grow your reach. The second part of it is you want to actually look at psychographics. Psychographics are the psychological profile of your particular ideal client. So this would mean understanding their frustrations, their desires, their fears, and what they've already tried to succeed in but didn't work. It's understanding the type of person you want to work with to know that if you can actually motivate their psyche or give them information that will help them overcome their internal obstacles. Because a lot of the time, not moving forward in your life or your business can be correlated to not having the right things in place, but oftentimes we can hold ourselves back, and that's a major issue as well. The next part is to create a one-liner who I can help statement. So this can be for your social media, it can be for your website, but it should have something to do with I help a particular type of person. So an example, once you do the previous exercise, you will be able to understand your demographic a bit better. So an example would be, I help new life coaches get their first 5 paying clients without spending money on ads. Okay, you help a particular demographic, which is a life coach, and you help them get 5 paying clients, and you help them with their psychographic, which is they may not have a lot of money behind them to spend on ads. Therefore, I show them how they can sign clients without spending any money on ads. So it's combining the demographic and the psychographic to create your one-liner. Step number 2, you need to define your content pillars. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to choose 3 to 5 main themes that you're going to constantly post about. Themes are not the same as topics. Okay, so topics are multiple different categories that can come underneath a particular theme. So for example, mindset might be a theme, but then a topic might be, like how to create a morning routine or how to do daily journaling. These are topics that come underneath a theme. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have multiple different pillars. The first step is to understand your audience. So what you need to do in this exercise here is you want to write down 10 problems and 5 desires they might have. Okay, so a problem might be they can't earn $5,000 a month. Or another problem might be they can't turn their business into something that is scalable. Then you link this to their desire. So think about what it is they truly want. And the desire might be, okay, they want to be able to earn 5K a month so they can have some financial freedom and travel the world. Or maybe they can pay the down payment for their first house or buy a better car. All of these are desires that you align to their problems. And this is going to help you to understand how to create your content pillars a bit better. Number 2, what you want to do is you want to match your expertise to their needs. Okay, so think about yourself and what you've been through. I always say that the best client you are positioned to help is the person that you were 2 years ago. So if you find someone who matches the same problems and obstacles you faced 2 years ago, that is the perfect alignment. So think about what you can speak about confidently and competently to help someone achieve. Number 3, you finalize your content pillars. So write down your pillar and why it's relevant to your audience, and then write down some example topics. Okay, so like I mentioned, with mindset might be your pillar. It's relevant to your audience because everyone might need to overcome mental obstacles to achieve their goals. And example topics might be how to earn your first $5,000, how to overcome your limiting beliefs. These are all topics that come underneath a particular theme. And then of course, there's a couple of tips here. If you already have had clients, maybe they might be pro bono clients or your current clients, think about the problems they face the most. And this is where I build a lot of my content, is I listen to my clients and what they're facing, find the congruency between the different clients, and create content to help other people out there. And those people I help may in turn want to become my clients. On top of this as well, make sure that you're very competent about it. So make sure that you can actually talk for an hour or so on this topic, because you have that much knowledge that you can help someone exponentially improve their life. Step number 3, what you want to do is understand the format and the platform. Now we've looked at the foundation. We want to understand where you're actually going to be posting your content. And this is very important, okay? So first of all, in the first bit here, we want to understand what are your strengths. Okay, so tick off what you enjoy the most. Do you like creating short form videos, long form written posts, or audio? So in terms of myself, I do the first 3. And of course, the one that has the greatest potential for reach is the first one, which is short form videos on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Part number 2, once you've decided your strengths, right, is to decide on the platform you want to use. So for example, if you are an online coach, your best platforms are going to be LinkedIn and Instagram, okay? If you are maybe a creator and entertainer and you want to use a TikTok creator fund to make money, then obviously TikTok is going to be the best. If you want to create something that is going to be a background portal of information for your business, YouTube is going to be the best. So think about those 2, right? Those attributes. Now think of your primary platform and your secondary platform. You should always have 2 platforms at the very least that you're building on, because then you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. There are many creators who talk about the concept of actually just putting videos up on LinkedIn or putting videos up on Instagram. I disagree with this, because if you actually want your content to reach as many people as possible, you want to be diversified. You will not have the same audience on LinkedIn as you do on Instagram, and therefore you can reach more people with your format that you choose. Number 3, posting cadence. Decide how many times you would like to post per week. Okay, so on your primary platform and your secondary platform, I would recommend posting the same amount of times on each platform. So let's say you post 3 times on LinkedIn, post 3 times on Instagram. But the most important thing is to be consistent. You may not be able to reach this every week, but the best thing to do is to at least put out 1 post every week. Keep the platform active, keep yourself going. Okay, and of course, after you've done it for a certain period of time, you can take a break. But the most important thing is to be consistent and post every week if possible. And it's better to post 2 times a week consistently for 6 months than to post every day. And this is why I recommend against posting daily, because the creative process takes a lot of time. You do get better at it, you do get faster at it, but that does not mean that it is less taxing on your mind. So it's very important to make sure that you do it in a sustainable way. So if you feel like posting 3 times a week is too much, post 2 times. But the most important thing is to keep posting, because then people will see you organically and you begin to develop a personal brand. And that is one of the most important things of all. Step 4 is your call to action. Okay, so at the end of your post, whether it may be short form or text-based post or whatever it is, you want to actually direct your audience towards something. Okay, like the purpose of them watching the video is not just for them to watch the video. You want them to take some kind of action that's going to benefit your overall objective. Because of course we can create content for fun, but if you're an entrepreneur or a content creator who's serious about monetizing, you need to have an intention behind your creative process. You need to create for a reason. Okay, so the first thing you want to understand is the categories. The first is an engagement CTA. So for example, if you want people to engage with your post so that it gets seen more on social media, an example might be comment yes if this resonates. Another would be a value CTA. So for example, if you want to give away something for free, tell them to download it from the link in your bio. This means that the more free stuff you give away, the more goodwill you give away, the more email subscribers you get, the more people that actually begin to follow you. So this is a really good one and my personal favorite, giving away something for free. And the last one is a sales CTA. So for example, telling them to DM you to learn more about your coaching, or putting your product up for sale. The sales CTA works pretty well too. However, you can't use it too often, because if you use it too often, people will just think that you're a social seller, and that's really not too cool. You want to mix it about a little bit. You want to actually go for engagement and mix it up with sales, and then that helps you develop a nice engaged audience. So what you want to do is develop a CTA bank. Think about your engagement ideas, your value ideas, your sales ideas. These are 3 standard ones, but of course you can do anything that matches what it is you're trying to sell online. Number 5 is creating your hook bank. Okay, so a hook is the first line of every piece of content you create that is written, okay? Or it might be on a video. So for example, it might be the first 3 seconds of a video or the first line of your written content. Now, what you want to do is you want to understand human psychology very well, because everybody is watching a video or reading a piece of content to solve a problem in their life or to learn more about you. So if your hook isn't good, nobody's going to pay attention. And if they don't pay attention, then unfortunately, you're probably not going to have a lot of viewers or a lot of engagement in your content, because the algorithm is not going to show it to more people. They want to be hooked by who you are and what you do, and they want to be actually learning something from you. So a good pain point hook might be struggling to get clients online. Here's why. It captivates the interest and appeals to the person that is struggling to get clients online. The second one is a curiosity hook. So you might say, I posted every day for months and got 0 clients until I tried this. This makes people curious purely because they will want to understand how is it you could post and post but not get a result, because there are probably many people out there posting online but getting nothing from it. And the third is a results hook, showing people how you achieved X amount of results in X amount of time. And then at the end of the day, what you're going to do as a result of that is show them how you did it. But it hooks them in because everybody wants to sign clients to their program. Everybody wants to make sales online, but only a certain proportion of us actually know how to do it. And you learn that through being in the game for long enough. But for people that are new to the game, they don't understand the information that I'm sharing with you here. So this is the entire step process that I would recommend to be able to create content consistently and confidently. Here are some next steps you can follow. So finish up the worksheet, pick your topics. Once you start posting, make sure you track your engagement. You can track your engagement via LinkedIn Analytics. It's built into the platform, or you can check it via Meta Analytics, which is also built into the platform if you connect your Instagram to your Facebook, etc. Every social media platform, you can view your analytics. So make sure you're watching to see which videos and which hooks actually do the best and who's watching and for how long they're watching. Audience retention tells you a lot on how interesting your topic was. And of course, refine as you go. You know, you're going to get better at it. You're going to get quicker at it. You're going to understand how to build better hooks, better CTAs. But the most important thing is to start and to learn, because the more that you post, the more data you will have. The more data you have, the more information you can iterate and play around with, and then you will be able to achieve greater results. So that's all for this video. If you want to learn more about me and how I can help you, or you want to download some of my stuff for free, go for it. There are a few links at the bottom of the worksheet. And once again, you can find this worksheet in the description of the video. So you don't have to take any notes. You can use it for yourself. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I very much appreciate your support. And that's all for today. Till next time.